Josh, was that about as good as you could play tonight?
I think we did a lot of things really well. I don't know. At times, I thought the game was a little sloppy, and it's hard to stay focused and be completely dialed in when it's 7-0. So I think some of it was chippy at times, and just different hockey game.
Lucas's short-handed goal, that really get things going. You get that, and then 2 power play goals. So special teams really played a role in those first 3 goals.
Yeah. So nice play by him. He out hustled the player for there and used his body to get position, and then nice finish, and then we get on the power play and 2 really nice plays on the power play.
How critical was that to convert that and really we took control of the game at that point?
Yeah, you're playing a team as good as UMass Lowell, to be able to get up 3 and really kind of take control of it. It's almost stressful on the bench because you're waiting for something to happen because it's just everything was kind of going our way at that point.
And you got the 5-0 early in the second period. I mean, what were you thinking then?
Just we were harping on trying to be more detailed. I think when you get in situations like that, guys tend to take shortcuts and can start to cheat the game. For the most part, I thought we did a really nice job of not doing that.
This was the first time since the 23-24 season when you had a lead of 5 or more goals at the 2 periods since the Harvard game when you're up 6-0. What do you say to the guys in the locker room heading into that third period?
We were frustrated maybe with some of the non-calls, so I was just trying to keep our composure. I told them I was going to yell at the refs a lot if they got a couple, and they did. And I just didn't want to take a bench because Cameron had the shutout, so I didn't know what to do.
Well, speaking of that, they missed a trip there, which cost them the shutout. I mean, how frustrating is that?
Yeah, disappointed that it happened. We can probably handle that situation a little better as a group. But yeah, I mean, Cameron was outstanding when we needed him tonight.
How big was his bounce back tonight from last Friday, Cameron?
Oh, he's been so good all year, and he let in a bad goal, and it's funny, like he lets a bad goal in, and it's almost like the world's falling apart because it just doesn't happen. So we're really happy for him to bounce back.
Yeah, I'm not saying he wasn't focused. He just seemed dialed in today. He was playing his angles, and even when UML was trying to intimidate him with running into him a few times, maybe one time it bothered him when he took his mask off, but for the most part, he seemed focused in deep detail with his effort.
Yeah, he on the one, I think the puck hit his helmet and it was loose, so he was yelling at him to let him know, and then but yeah, he was calm, he was composed, he was outstanding.
To get Holohan in there for a few seconds, but that's probably the one benefit of not getting a shutout.
Yeah, I could get him in and just at least get his feet wet in college hockey, and he worked so hard, so excited to get him in the net.
Brandon, another 3-point night, second straight game, and MacArthur has another outstanding offensive effort. So, are you happy with the way the offense is clicking at the moment?
Yeah, it was great tonight. A lot of different people chipping in, and obviously a huge test tomorrow now.
The only thing negative was for the first time this year, you were outshot in the period there in the second period.
Yeah.
Got to maybe get him through wind sprints tomorrow morning when he skate.
Yeah, well, hopefully we're ready to go tomorrow and can finish the weekend out. We have to we got a really good team coming in here, and we got to be ready.
Bigger picture, talking about Cameron, obviously he's been quite good, like you said, kind of an iffy couple of. I guess what has he brought to you, just in terms of like stability in the crease?
He's really calm. He's composed in the net. He never really gets flustered. When there's a situation where things aren't going well, he either gets us a whistle or he makes a big save. So it's nice to have a goalie that can just settle everybody down. And luckily for us, we got some good ones.
And you alluded to it. You're getting a lot more. Sorry, I can't allude to it. You're getting a lot more offense, generating a lot more shots. I think about like 40 a game or something like that. What have you done differently from last year to just kind of have that extra control in the game?
I think that we've established a little bit of an identity on our offensive side. We want to have someone at the net. We want to have guys moving. We want to get our defensemen involved. I think our D have really done a really nice job of leading from the back and just keeping pucks alive and moving pucks quick. So we have pretty talented forwards, and if you get the pucks in their hand, they're gonna make plays with it.
And I guess obviously you're spreading the offense out quite a bit, I think.
Yeah.
And what do you, I guess to what do you attribute that?
I think we have really good depth. When you look at our lineup, and I mean up and down, every line can score. Every line can be physical and play hard. So yeah, it's just I think it's to the point now where everybody knows the level we need to play at for us to be successful, and they've bought into it. And when they work really hard, their skill shines through.
Was that a dimension you kind of lacked last year? Every line's kind of multifaceted.
I think that last year at times we were one-dimensional as far as we had a couple defensemen that could get involved in the play. We had a couple lines that could produce, but it wasn't as the depth wasn't there that we have this season, and I think that's been a big point of it. I do think that now we've had some growing pains here, and everybody's gotten a little bit older, and again, like you talk about, just understanding how you have to play to win. I think we finally understand that a little bit.
And this is kind of unrelated to the game, but just my first time in this rink, obviously. Yeah. What do you think is the value that adds to your program in terms of what you can show to kids when they come for a visit or when they're maybe looking to transfer back?
Yeah. So Union College is a spot where they really invest in the student athlete, and they take care of them. And I think this building just kind of showcases that. We know it because of how well they take care of us and our players. So I think this building is just a statement that, hey, we want to support our student athletes. And then I just think having all the facilities right here it makes it a lot easier for them to come in, get their work in, and then get back to doing their homework or having social life.
Is that was that a problem for you before? You practice one rink and you're playing it somewhere else.
I mean everything was just kind of spread out. It was all in the building, but it wasn't right. It wasn't like a 30-second walk to get from into the training room, to get into the weight room, to get in. So everything was kind of all over. So now guys can get their meal, and then after that, if they want to take a hot and cold tub, it's right next to them. If they want to go stretch and roll out on the turf or get a lift in, it's all right there.
Do you find that that's kind of, I don't want to say it's like an arms race, but kind of helps you compete for talent?
Yeah, I think it helps. At the end of the day, if you're going to come to Union, you're going to come here because relationships matter, and that you feel like we don't have 35 guys committed. We have a smaller list. We have, it's a place where you come in and if you have a bad day, we're going to be there for you and keep supporting you, and we're going to keep working with you. And we have all these extra resources. So, I think everybody gets caught up in a lot of different things in college hockey right now, and I think the way you treat people matters, and it should matter in the recruiting process. And I don't think it always does right now, and we're trying to do it that way.